Hello, and welcome to Threefold Herbal Healing. I'm Herbalist Leo. I help people who struggle with chronic conditions grow their health from the root up. Today, I'm sharing a little about apple cider vinegar, a herbal medicine that is very appropriate to make in the spring. You can use it year round, but making it in the spring is just to the point. It's right on time. If you're a farmer tending an apple orchard and pressing fresh apple cider in the fall, there is a good chance that some of the leftover of that apple cider will be fermented by the spring, and you will get yourself apple cider vinegar. One way to use apple cider vinegar is to infuse it with herbs and create herbal medicine that is non-alcoholic. Before people learned how to distill alcohol, vinegar and wine were the preparations that were most commonly used when making plant-based medicine. However, as we will see in this video, not all plants constituents, so the chemicals inside the plant that you want to extract and use, are readily extracted in vinegar. So what really is apple cider vinegar? Vinegar can be made from almost any carbohydrate source, including wine, fruits, molasses, grains, honey, potatoes, and much more. Apple cider vinegar is made through a two-step process. In the first step, the sugar in the apple cider attract yeast that convert the apple's juice or cider into alcoholic. In the second step, bacteria ferment the alcoholic apple cider to create lactic acid. Vinegar can either be made in a quick process, the commercial way, or by a slow method. The slow method, the longer fermentation process, allow the creation of a non-toxic slime composed of acetic acid, yeast, and bacteria that is called the mother of the vinegar. Apple cider vinegar typically has a pH range of 2.4 to 3.4, making it very acidic food. It contains vitamin C and vitamin B, as well as the acetic acid, minerals, salts, amino acid, polyphenols, and non-volatile organic acids. So let's look a little bit about the history of the use of apple cider vinegar. The word vinegar comes from the Latin word, and I'm going to mispronounce it, vinegar, or what it actually means, sour wine. And it's been used for thousands of years as food and medicine. It was used as an energy drink, as a preservative, and as medicine in ancient time. Traces of vinegar were found in Egyptian urns from around 3000 BC, so that's about 5,000 years ago. Babylon scrolls recording the use of vinegar date even way earlier to around 5000 BC. That means about 7,000 years ago. In ancient Greece, about 400 years ago, Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, prescribed apple cider vinegar mixed with honey for various illnesses, including cough and colds. So, what are the healing benefits of apple cider vinegar? Even before you add any herbs to the mix, just apple cider vinegar by itself have a lot of healing benefits. It can improve indigestion and heartburn when the root cause of the heartburn is hypochlorhydria. Hypochlorhydria is this condition where you have heartburn or GERD because the stomach does not produce enough stomach acid. That could happen because of nutrient deficiencies. chronic stress, alcoholism, or an infection that is called H. pylori. Taking a small amount of apple cider vinegar, like a shot, with meals can support stomach acidity and relieve GERD or acid reflux only if the root cause is really not enough acidity, not if the root cause is a different one. Research has shown that apple cider vinegar increases insulin sensitivity and slow down the digestion and absorption of carbohydrate, helping lower fasting glucose and increasing your muscle's ability to take up sugar from the blood. By stabilizing blood sugar, apple cider vinegar prevents food cravings and take you off the blood sugar roller coaster. It also helps reduce cravings by healthily decreasing your appetite and increasing your feeling of satiation. So you eat less, and that might help you reduce weight. So the judgment about weight loss is some people say yes, some people say no, but it's improved digestion and it's improved sugar metabolism. So it might have weight loss benefit too as a result and not as a direct result. So how do you use apple cider vinegar for herbal medicine? When you make an herbal medicine, you need two components. One is what you dissolve as the substance that you extract from. That substance is called the solute. And in herbal medicine, the herb are the solute. The other is the solvent. It's the substance, usually liquid, water, alcohol, vinegar, and oil that dissolve the compounds that are inside the herbs. When an acid solvent is poured over alkaloidal herbs, it initiates a reaction that transforms the alkaloids into salt that are then readily extracted into either alcohol or water. So if you add vinegar to an alcohol extract or to a water extraction, you increase your ability to extract alkaloids. A Ketus tincture is a tincture that is made by 50% alcohol and 50% apple cider vinegar. The vinegar is used to assist in extracting the alkaloids from the plants. Aketa is an extraction of only vinegar, so it contains only 100% vinegar. Acetum, the plural full aketa, has shorter lifespan, shorter than alcohol, so it will be good before it gets spoiled for up to 6 months only. They are also less potent in comparison to alcohol extraction. Dry herb aketa are generally stronger than the fresh herb aketa because they don't have the water in the leaves, so they are more concentrated. The only caveat is aromatic herbs that are more potent when extracted fresh, and that's because when you dry aromatic herbs, you lose some of the volatiles. So if you extract them fresh, you keep more of the volatile in the extraction. So if apple cider vinegar is not that potent and have a shorter life shelf, why would you choose to work with it? So one reason to use apple cider vinegar as a solvent is its own inherent health benefit. But there are more reasons to use apple cider vinegar in herbal preparation. A critical factor in making plant medicine is understanding plant biochemistry. You want to know what plant compounds you are trying to extract when you choose your solvent. Vinegar is a good solvent for aromatic herbs containing alkaloids and alkaloidal bitters. It can be used with less efficiency for salty herbs containing minerals, sour plants containing flavonoid, and astringent herbs containing tannins. Vinegar is not a good solvent for sweet herbs, mostly roots, rich with carbohydrates. Think about burdock, um, dandelion. Those are not the herbs you want to extract in vinegar. Or oily, pungent herbs, calendula, containing raisins. Another reason to choose apple cider vinegar as your solvent is when you prepare herbal medicine but want to avoid alcohol. Either because the person you are preparing the medicine for have a liver issues, fatty liver disease is an example, or because the person has an history of alcohol addiction and you want to avoid alcohol, or for children. Apple cider vinegar might be a good option for all those cases. Energetically, vinegar is cooling and drying. Therefore, it will benefit people with hot, boggy conditions. So, inflammation, a heat process that is combined with a lot of mucus discharge. There is a lot of bogginess, a lot of discharge from the body. You want to avoid apple cider vinegar with people that have a cold constitution or a dry constitution. So those people are mostly people that their vitality is very low. They are very depleted. They are very weak. They don't have a lot of appetite. Although, yeah, those are the people that you don't want to give apple cider vinegar. In the spring, fields and meadows offer an abundance of nourishing herbs that can be used in vinegar. As a herb farmer and a commercial medicine maker, when I was wearing that hat, I made a vinegar that I called Superwomen Vinegar every spring. It was made with herbs rich with minerals such as horsetail, nettle, chickweed, oats row, and cleavers. So other than the oats, everything else you can find about right now growing in wild, in meadows and field. Just check out that those are not fields that are sprayed and they are not very close to roads. So you want your herbal preparation to be clean, to be pure. I used to add a little bit of opal basil, the dark purple basil, to the vinegar, and it created this beautiful color. The vinegar looked like red wine almost. Superwomen vinegar was meant to provide nourishing shot of minerals, especially for women in menopause that are dealing with bone loss. So it's a nice way to bring minerals into the body. And you can mix it with water. You can take a shot or a teaspoon like that or a tablespoon like that. But I had some people that added to seltzer water and created like a tasteful drink. With honey or with maple, it could be, it's awesome. So I offer you this, I suggest that you make yourself herb-infused vinegar at home and let me know how it turns out. And did you like the process? Was it hard? Was it easy? Do you like the result? Yeah. So go out into the fields and find those plants. I talked about some of them last week. So that is taking one step forward and actually using them in medicine making. Thank you for taking the time to watch me. I hope it was beneficial. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, I would be honored to answer them. So just leave them in the comments. Have a great week. Bye.